All right, so welcome everyone. Today is October 26, 2023. We have four amazing CATs joining us today for elementary. It's our elementary unmute and recharge. Let's go through some showcasing and see who's going to be joining us today. We have Rebecca Valdez. It's a beautiful picture of you, Becky. It looks just like you from Anaya Elementary. Susana Barbosa, our CAT from Long Elementary. Olivia Marroquin. Olivia, are you here?
Yes,
And
she is.
Olivia, you are at what?
Santos.
Santos Liva. What? Santos Livas?
Mhm.
Yes. And Joanna Molina at Kelly Farr Elementary. Welcome, everyone. I'm like, I feel so bad. I'm like, I know the ones that I go to. I'm like, I know Olivia for years, but I'm like, oh. And I think we lost Becky for a second. Okay, she's gonna go out and come back right need. Please keep your mic muted, your mic muted, your mic muted, and feel free to type any questions in the chat section. If you have not registered, please do so by going to the professional development system and using session ID 297438. Remember to use check-in code PSJA Tech on the PD system. This will allow you to participate in a raffle at the end of this session. Starting us off, we have CIT at Anaya Elementary, amazing pre-K teacher, Rebecca Valdez, and her topic and description will be given by her. Here we go. I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay, then let me share. Oh, wait. Where are you? Ah, here it is. Can everybody see it or no? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
I just put just to share to the screen. Okay, let me go back. Let me go to me. Okay. Hello, I am Rebecca, and I am from Anaya Elementary. And the thing that I'm most comfortable with using is Google Slides. I know that not everybody likes to use Google Slides because it's a lot, it's time consuming, but I'm just going to go over the basics of what you need to get started. And first, of course, you need to go into your Google Drive, and from your Google Drive, you're going to go in and select on the drop-down menu Google Slides, and you can choose a blank presentation, or if you already are a little bit more familiar with it, they do have a lot of already made slides on Slide Mania. You can go in there and look through those templates that they have. But if not, and you want to just start from scratch, you just go into your Google Slides. And once you are there and you have decided what you want to create, you can manipulate the page and set up on how you want it to be projected when you do go to show it on just a slide view. And you can customize it, or it already has the standard size for you there, depending on what it is that you are going to create. If you want to customize it, of course, you're going to do the dimensions that you would do as if you were using a regular sheet of paper, or anything bigger than that, depending on how you want it to project. From there, then you can, it'll give you your slides, or it'll give you one slide at a time, and you can add in as you go along, depending on what you are creating. There's a lot of things that you can go into to get background for your slides. If you want something basic, you can choose the color. And if you do the drop-down menu there, it has a whole slew of the rainbow colors that you can use. You can use an image if you have a particular background that you want to use and you have it saved in your computer as an image. You can use that as your background. Also, if you want to have that as your entire theme for your slideshow, you can just add theme, and it'll automatically produce that background for every slide that you add. It does give you options to see how you want to put it, as far as if you want it to have particular headings, or you want it to have images or certain areas where you're gonna create your whatever slide, whatever Google slide presentation you want to create. It does give you different options on the page layout for your slides, or you can just continue with a blank one and, add to it. From there, once you have chosen a background, if you choose to go to background, you can start with adding text into your slides. And with your text, you can do it one of two ways. You can use the text box, just like you would use when you're using any other program, or word art. And that word art, you have it. If you're familiar with Publisher, that's pretty much the same thing. And it gives you fonts to choose from that are already there within the Google Slides presentations. You can choose those. If you want to add on, you can, add on through the, well, like on mine, I do a lot of adding on, but I use other little things to add on into it. But it does have a place in there where you can have extensions where they offer different fonts. This here, the text box, is going to be like regular typing text. Here, the word art is going to be where if you want to put a heading or a title, the way it's typed is the way it's going to come out. And the way you manipulate the size is by dragging it and sizing it from the corners, versus the text box. It's going to give you what size you want the font to be. From there, once you choose that, then you can go into any images that you want to use. The images can come from your computer if you have it saved. If it's a particular subject area that you're using and you need to use those pictures in there for the kids to manipulate, or just for them to be presented so that you can, conduct your lesson. Or you can search the web. You can also, any pictures that you take, if you have any in your Google Drive, you can copy and paste from your images there from the web, if you want to do that, just depending on what you're looking for. I know for me, a lot of the times I take screenshots of the activity or what they're going to be doing, and I upload those onto my slides so that the kids can manipulate it from the screen, and then I give them the actual activity so that they know more or less what they're going to do. And being that they're pre-K, they need a lot of that visual. Once you do that, if you want to add videos to your presentation, you can go in there and you can insert. If you have one already saved, you can use that, or you can go and search on YouTube for a particular video that you're looking for. Excuse me. You can search it through the title of it, or just a basic search that you want to do, and it'll populate the different videos that would go along with that. And you can, insert those into your presentation if you would like to do that. You don't have to, but I do a lot of it. I put in all my songs that I need for the kids to be doing so that everything just flows, and I'm not having to toggle back and forth to YouTube or to my Drive to look for the certain video or the song that I want to use. It's already there. I have it embedded already in my slide presentation. From there, once you've done your creation, you can add as many slides as you want to add to your presentation, depending on what you're doing. If you want to share it with a colleague, or you want to share it with anybody, you would go in there to the share button, and just some of the settings that you would need to look at is, depending on how you're sharing it with the person that you're sharing it with, or with the group of people that you're sharing it with, you are going to have to control the settings as far as if you just want them to view it. If you just want them to view it, then if they want to use it, they would have to make a copy of it. If you want them to be an editor, that means that they can work side by side with you and change whatever it is that they want to change or add to the presentation. or you can just add it as comments only where they're viewing it and they're adding in, you know, what the suggestions are to change or to add to it. Just depending on what it is that you're using that slide presentation for. Another thing that I use, and I didn't put it in here, is I like to use the slide itself because it allows you to download each slide as a ping. So I'll upload pictures of my students and I'll create a background and everything, and I'll download it as a ping image, and then I can upload that, you know, through my class dojo for parents to see, or if it's something that they want to share via Facebook for the campus, you know, I like to add the little background versus just a picture by itself. And once you share it, it will populate the names of the people that you add in there. If you want to do it outside of the PSJ district area, then you need to change the settings for that on here, where it will tell you whether you want anybody with the link to be able to view it, or just restrict it to only those within PSJ. That would be up to you. I know that here in our campus, because we have Head Start, we collaborate with Head Start. A lot of the times we have to share our presentations with our Head Start staff, and they don't have a PSJA email. So we have to make sure that our settings do show that anybody with the link can access it without having to ask for permission anyways for that. But also we do within my grade level, we do share presentations with each other, and you know, each of us will take a subject area and we'll create the slides, and we'll, you know, share it with everybody else, and we share it as viewer only so that we can make a copy and add to it, and you know, whenever we want to add to it. And that's basically it. It's just a basic way to start, I guess, start just like exploring Google Slides. I've become really, because of pandemic, really knowledgeable on a lot of these things. And YouTube has a lot of tutorial videos too, if you want to do certain things with it that, you know, I've seen, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how they did that. I want to know how they did that, just to make the presentations more appealing for my students that are 4 and 5. You know, they need a lot of that visual and a lot of that, you know, stimulation to where they're going to be focused, and you know, they're going to like what is being presented to them, and they're going to be learning at the same time. I don't know if anybody has any questions or.
Great job. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Rebecca.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you've become a little expert on Google Slides.
Yes, and I'm still learning about putting them in Nearpod, because sometimes I can't manipulate my graphics the way I want to manipulate them with kids, and so I just like, no, I'm just gonna stick with Google Slides because that's what I know.
Don't be scared of Nearpod. That's why you have me. I can go and help you out and sit down with you. There's a fly in here. All right. Well, coming up next, Susana Barbosa, our CIT and CLL from Dr. Long Elementary, as I have a tongue twisting today. Canva. Here we go. Take us away.
Hello, everyone. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so I am right here. So I'm going to show you the presentation. I'm going to go through it, and then I'm going to show you how to go in there, like if you're going in there brand new. So hi, everyone. I hope that everybody's having a great week. So one of the ways that you can go into the Canva is through clicking on the little waffle at the top and going to Canva. And a longer way to do it is to go through your district resources and click on teacher resources. And then you click on applications, and Canva is right here. Sorry, that arrow should be over. Maybe it was when it was moved to this slide. And then here on the left-hand side, So if you have multiple pages, you can click on there and click on your name, or you can click, or you might be the only one that shows up on there. You might just have one. But for myself, I have two. I have one with the CITs and I have one for myself. Oh, I actually have another one. I have the one for Dr. Long. And that one I share with my campus. And then here is a sample of what you would click on. And then at the very top, you can, when you're done doing all your editing, you click on publish your website. I really like this program. So I'm gonna go through it with you, the way I would log in and what I would do to log in to Canva and what pops up after every single page. So here I'm clicking on Canva. And I'm going to do this presentation as well with my technology club, and hopefully they like it, but it might take them a couple of days. So here on the left-hand side is the one I was talking to you about. Here's my schools, and then there's mine, and then the CIT. So if I click on the school, these are some of the things that I've shared with them. I shared with them my website that I created for the teachers. This is the old one I had, and this is the very first one that I had done, and it was very basic. As you can see, like my newer one has a lot more tabs and links, and I will show you how to do that as well. And then I have the one for myself, the one that I do. Let me minimize this. So for example, here's the template I created for my technologist integrator of the month. And so these are like my personal ones, like these are for my clubs. So I'm going to show you how to go in and build your website. So at the very top, you have different tabs that you can click on. I'm going to click on websites. Once you click on websites, you would search what type of website you would like. I'm going to click on the education website. Once you go in there on the left-hand side, you will see multiple web pages, or like, how can I say it? Backgrounds that you can use. This one's very nice. I haven't seen that one. So I really like this one. This is the one that I used. So I'm going to click on a different one just so you could see how it looks like when it's new. So when you click on it, it will show you the pages, how many pages they are. So let's say you click on all 7 pages and you have all 7 pages here. So let's say I get to this page and I don't like this page. So I'm going to click on delete. So automatically the page is deleted. And let's say I don't like this page either, and I'm going to press delete. And so here now you have now you're down to less pages. So let me show you how to link a website to the things that you have on here. So let's say it says learn the art of shapes at home. So let's say I Google, let's say art of shapes at home. Let me just get a website so I can show you how to link it. So I'm going to get it, right click, press copy, and then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to double click until I see the little link. Let me show you again. So I'm here and then I double click, and you can actually like highlight it, whatever you want it to link it to. And then you click on the link, you right click and you press paste. And then you press enter, and now it's linked. So now when viewers go to your website, they can click on this and it will take them to this website on shapes. So here you can also edit the words. You can change the dates. If you don't want this section on there, you can delete it. It doesn't have to stay there. Whatever pictures you don't want, you can take them out as well. Delete. You can also insert pictures on the left-hand side. I don't think I want to put a cheerleader, but let me put a book. So I'm going to put these books here. Or actually, you can go anywhere. And you can crop it. I double clicked on it, and you can crop Sorry, let me click on it again. And then you press enter and see how it's smaller now. If you didn't like what you had done, you can always undo by clicking this button up here. So let me show you how to publish it. Once you are done and you have done all the editing you wanted to do, then you go to the very top and you can preview what you have done. And you can click here and look how it goes to the page that I had linked it to. So once you are ready, let me go ahead and close it. You're going to publish your website. So I'm going to click on free domain. So you have here without navigation, and you also have the with navigation. And it shows you, what type of backgrounds, like the cell phone, the desktop. I always do the without navigation. I'm sorry, with the navigation. That's the one I always click on. So I go to free domain and then I go to continue. And then here you can add, if you want to add to the URL, so I can put learn shapes. And then you publish. It is taking a while, but it doesn't take that long. And then now you can view, you can copy your website and you can paste it over here, and then you can see your website. You can click on your links. See how it goes straight to that website I had clicked it on? And then you can close it. I will be deleting it later on. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, we
Not
can
right
hear
now.
you.
There's no questions.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great job. Let me see where my slides are. I don't know where I put them. Ah, did I close them? Oh, no, they're there.
Today is not your day.
It is not. It's been crazy today. It's just like, but I read beautifully my book reading today. So now with us from all the way from Livas Elementary, Olivia Marroquin, our CIT and teacher, going on Canva as well. Let's see what we're going to learn from Olivia right now. Take it away, Olivia.
Good afternoon. Let me share my screen just a second. Okay. Did it work? Yes, no.
Yes, we can see him.
Sorry. Thank you guys. We're just going to be talking about how to create polished presentations. We typically use these for the end of the year awards assembly. And on our agenda, whoa. How to create the Canva presentations, some available features, adding collaborators, which I know that we just covered. The downloading, and then a presentation trick that I just learned at our last meeting. I'm very excited to share with you guys. Okay, so when you first log on to Canva, as our previous presenter mentioned, there's, of course, we have our free version, and then I have subcategories just like she does. One of them is, of course, my school one. And then we have the one that the CIT created for us. And then I'm crazy. Before Canva, like I was paying for mine and I'm still paying for mine. So I have a personal one too. Don't ask me why, I just do the things I do. So up here we have different options, and at the very right here in the middle we have presentations, and that's where we click to begin. And they have many available templates. That's what's so great about it. You don't have to, it kind of flows for you, so you don't have to be overthinking things. And then once you click there, you can go, it will take you here. So we're gonna, I just clicked on the first one available, and then I told it to apply all 11 pages. Do you have to do that? No, you can edit it. You could just do one page, or you can go through all the templates here and choose the one that fits you best, or your what kind of presentation you want. And there's a few features available. You can edit photos that are in there. You can animate them. You can change their position. And you can even add effects to it. Okay. The best thing is that when you're done with your presentation, you've already added all the basic elements you want. There's other elements available. And this is what turns your presentation to that polished thing that we were talking about. For us, I love it because you can include audio, and it's perfect because it's not copyrighted, and you're able to just click it and you can edit the whichever one you like. And most of the ones that I prefer to use are just instrumental. And it's just a relief to not know that I have to check how many seconds I'm adding of a snippet of a video, because there's no copyright involved here. And some of the features that we just covered earlier, like she mentioned, there's graphics, there's shapes, there's even AI image generator. If you can't find the one that you want, you just come here, you go to add, and then you tell it what you want to look for, and it helps you out there. If you wanted to add tables to your presentation, photos. My favorite feature, like I mentioned, is the audio. But as you can see, you can add anything from stickers, charts, and you can even frame your things. And once you do click on audio, this is where you get your options, and they look something like this. There, of course, you can always work with others, and just like we do, and you just go to, oops, to share. And then you would add collaborators. You can choose how they can collaborate. You can add, limit their access, or you can give, sorry. You can limit access, or you can give as much access as you like. And then when we're downloading, once it's a presentation and you have audio, the way that I usually save it to maximize the quality is I save it as an MP4 video. And once it it renders, it's flawless, and you don't have to worry about like timing it or anything like that. If you do enjoy clicking through things, this is the cool part. One of the features that I recently learned and I was very excited about is right here in the presentation tricks. When you are presenting, of course, you would go to present, and you would go to full screen, just like it says there. And once you open the full screen, you are going to get at the bottom right-hand side 3 little dots. And if you click there, you have an option to share remote control. So if you just to say you didn't turn it into a video and it's something that you want to click through, and you don't have a clicker with your phone, you're able to have your own clicker. So you would click there, share remote control. And if you scan that QR code, it lets you go through the presentation and maneuver through it. So you're You don't need a helper. You don't need someone by the computer. You're able to do it all on your own without having to buy a clicker. I thought that was amazing. Of course, you can also share access by copying the link and sending it to maybe a colleague that can help you click through if you don't have like other moderators with you. Is there any questions? I can go back and share my screen like on my actual Canva.
I don't see any questions on the chat, but I think you were very, very well, did a great job explaining. Not very, very well, but you did a really good job explaining. So
I have like a little sample of
sure.
of one that I did previously from I helped my coworker with. Let me just exit here and then this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like in here, you're able to edit how long and the animations on it. And then you're able to add, of course, the audio. So when you go to your elements and you click on audio, you're able to insert. And you see, I already had audio, but when you slide it in, you can like adjust where you want it, and then you can trim it. You can basically do whatever you want.
So these are like introduction of the students?
Yes. Well, at the end of the year,
so cute.
this was back in the day, 2022, but yes. And it just, you know, they're just little highlights of their classes.
So cute.
But yes. But if there's any questions, let me know and I can explain it. I will stop sharing my screen.
Definitely. I'm going to share it now. And I'm going to introduce, last but not least, definitely, our CIT and also our CLL at Kelly Farr Elementary, Joanna Molina, talking to us about ChatGPT and education. Joanna, go ahead and take it away.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so let me go ahead and share. Let me see. Let's do this one. Okay, so my name's Joanna Molina. I'm the CIT CLL at Kelly Farr, and I'm going to talk about the ChatGPT. Now, I'm excited because I love AI, but these are some ways that I use it here in school. So let me see. First of all, it has two, I guess, ways that you can get it. There, you sign up, and I use my regular home email, like my personal email. Just because I started using it at home. But it has the GPT 3.5, which is it's free and it's it's available for anyone. And then they have the GPT 4, which is a little bit more advanced. And that one they do have a fee for you to use that one. Okay. So this is some ways I use it. I use it to create lessons. I use it for research. Since I'm a CLL, there's a lot of research that goes into that. So I do use it for research. I've depending on what the teachers need, sometimes they need notes or letters to go home. And so we'll create it through GPT. Of course, there is a disclaimer that sometimes they won't have like perfect, information, but then you just kind of tweak it to serve your needs. And of course, one of the last things I did with it was create some classroom management, I guess, resources for teachers. So let me go ahead and go in there. So this is what you see once you log in. You see how it has my personal email right there. So it'll go through your personal email or your school email, depends. But I want to use it for a long time, so I use my personal email. But so it has a new chat right here. So all you do is type a message, whatever you want to message here. So let me show you some of the things I used it, and it saves everything. It saves everything right here on the side. So let me see. I don't know. I can't play with it. Okay, hold on. Let me go back because I don't seem to be able to play with it. Let me see. Let me go in there. I can't move it. Okay, here it is. Okay, so I did a lesson on, we were looking for a phonics lesson. Hold on. We were looking for a phonics lesson. So we did all we did was you type in kind of your request. So write a phonics lesson plan for first grade that follows that uses the following supplies: adhesive dots, adhesive labels, and a tap light. And so it'll respond pretty quickly. It does it really quickly. So this is what it came up with: a phonics lesson. It has the materials, it duration that it kind of suggests, and all the introduction and everything. So it has the activity 1, activity 2, and so it breaks it really, really well for you. And then we were looking for we were trying to create an assessment on CBC words. So this is what else what could be a list of words that can be used for this lesson. And so we kind of typed it. Anything you really type, it comes up with. But I really wanted to show you, let me see, I wanted to show you the interactive student discussion that I had done one time. And I mean, I can go into, I can once I start, I kind of go into like a rabbit hole and and I keep asking it different things. But here at Kelly Fire, one of our targets for the year is working on classroom talk. So then I just say, give me ideas for activities that include students talking to each other. And so here are some ideas, and round table discussion, debate, think, pair, share. So it gives you a lot of ideas and kind of like an explanation for each one, right? It can give you all that. And then I was like, okay, so it has all these things that I can do in my classroom to help me get students to talk. And I create a list of classroom talk starters, because usually when we're having classroom talk, we need to give students like starting phrases for their sentences. And so what it did is it like the roundtable discussion, the debate, the think, pair, share, it kind of broke them down and gave little sentence starters there. And so here I put, and so it can help you with that. What are some discussion activities that give students opportunity to use academic language? And it did Socratic seminars, literature circles, debate persuasions. Like it just kind of gives you a little definition of each one. And I know literature circles is part of the SIF strategies that we're kind of implementing. So in the next one, I put, can you elaborate on 2? Literature circles, what are responsibilities for each role? And it breaks it down. The students can be a summarizer when you're using literature circles. It can be a connector. They can a questioner, a vocabulary. So it kind of gives you all these great ideas on roles that you can give to your students when they're doing literature circles. But really you can use it for whenever they're working on any group activity. So I know that's something that my teachers always come up to me and ask me, like, what are some roles I can give my students when we're doing groups? And so it kind of like gives it to you, which is amazing, right? Because we all want to, yes, one thing that teachers always say is there's not enough time. There's not enough time, right? That's always something that comes up. So really that's what ChatGPT can help us just get some of those ideas ready and easily available. Okay, and so here, can you come up with 2 to 3 sentence starters that students may use for each role? So the summarizer, when he's summarizing, these are 3 sentence starters. In this reading, the main idea was, the key events that occurred were, so it gave me sentence starters for each of the roles. So I was like, oh, that's saving a lot of time. So I really love it, and so another thing that I did, and there's a lot of stuff right here. Like I was trying here, the Y2K fashion store just kind of, my daughter wants to start a business. So we were thinking of, okay, what names can we name your business? She's starting a fashion, like a boutique. So we used it for that. But here, Path to Paper Sons, I actually went in there because Path to Paper Sons is a story for 5th grade. And so I was like, okay, so I want them, what can we create for that story? Just waiting for it to kind of pop up here. It's taking a bit, but hopefully it'll go quick. Oh, there it is. Okay. So let me see, where is it? Oh, wait, Paper Sons right here. It isn't going to pick that one up. Okay, so let's go. We also have the SDGs. Since we're implementing SDGs, There was a lot of questions in the beginning of the year for that. And so, yes, we can go to the SDG website and get all the information, but if we really want something like targeted or something quick that we need to introduce, I just put SDG 11 stands for sustainable, like explain SDG for us. And they kind of did it, kind of gives us a little, summary of it. And then it's guarding an example of an SDG 11 because it tells us what it's about and it tells us yes. And so I was just, every time it suggests something, you can ask a little bit for more information. What are green roofs and walls? And it kind of describes it. So it does really well. Here we did a short A word. We wanted a story for kinder or first, I think it was. And what are some list words with short A? So it kind of lists them for us. Write a list of sight words for kinder. We were trying to come up with, me and one of the teachers were trying to come up with a list of sight words that we can use for the 6 weeks. And so even like here we did using the list of words with a short A sound that the kindergarten sight word list, write a story. So using these words and the sight words can create a story for us so the kids can then get practice with those sight words. So it's really efficient, right? It's really effective, a way that you can kind of adapt it to use in your instruction. So the last thing, I know we were looking for classroom jobs in the beginning of the year. And so I kind of asked it, what are some classroom jobs that students can have to help in the classroom management? And so it gives you a list: classroom monitoring, material distributor. It gives us a lot of classroom jobs. Here at Kelly Farr, we use the Leader in Me program. So I wanted it to kind of tell me names that kind of where it could be more of a leadership role. So here, a plant caretaker. What's another name for plant caretaker? So a botanical custodian, greenery guardian. So it kind of gives you new other ways to say stuff. So with that information, I created, let me see if I can share it with you. I created this classroom job list or classroom leadership role. And so I kind of got the list from there: a classroom prefect, the attendance monitor, the homework, the lunch monitor, the noise monitor. We got a lot of jobs on it. And then I actually made the little cards, and this was free. I think the pattern was free on TPT, so I kind of got it and it was editable. So we just put them there. And the children, we use it for the students in one of the classrooms for them to apply to get a job. And so that's what we got from there. So from the information that we got from GPT, we created a form. You see, so that's kind of how we use it, or I use it for my role here at Kelly Farr. But the possibilities are definitely endless for sure. So that's what I have. Let me see. Let me go back. I think in here, I did put it. I put the class, and it has the link for you to get it in case you want to use it at your school. So that's all. Thank you so much. I don't know if there's any questions.
That was so awesome. What a great way to use ChatGPT. I love like the namings and coming up with different things. Everybody's loving AI right now. At least I'm happy to see that some people are not scared of it, because at the beginning everybody was like, oh no, but
yeah, we're afraid it's going to take over the world, but let's use it before it does.
Just always say please and thank you after you ask a question. Now, I don't know if you've seen that meme. If you say please and thank you, they're going to remember. They're going to say, oh, save this one. This one was always nice. So to finish off, let's start with telling you that this is our last training for this month. This is oh no, we still have one. No, we don't. That's it. No more October trainings, but starting next week, we do begin with November. Our first training will be an Unmute and Recharge next Thursday for secondary. And then we'll continue with our Q&A starting on Tuesday, November 7th on App Smash Flip and curriculum with Nearpod, and then Java Chat on the 8th. We're going to be starting something new that it's going to be called Tech Bites, where us, your instructional technology specialists, will be collaborating and chit-chatting with your curriculum departments or your coordinators and we're going to be discussing during lunchtime. So it will be a good time for you guys to join and see what's happening, ask questions. That will be around 11:30 to 12. So we're trying something new as well. And thank you so much for joining. Here are all of our QR codes. The first one in colorful blue and green. It's the one for our website. And then you have the one for our YouTube channel and our social media.